dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is white. Go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail nag, 240 for his speed. Then hitch him to an open sleigh and crack, you'll take the lead. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Is there a Santa Claus? You bet your life there is, and you'll be more certain of it than ever once you taste Jell-O chocolate pudding. It's the best that comes your way since the old days when your grandmother made chocolate pudding. Smoother, creamier, more chocolatey with a grand homemade flavor. That's Jell-O chocolate pudding. And it's amazingly easy and inexpensive to make. Here's all you do. Mix the contents of one package with some milk in the top of your cup cool, and this delicious pudding is all ready to be served in your sherbet glasses. And if you want to give it an extra special Christmas touch, add some raisins or toasted nuts or both. You'll get 6 luscious servings from each package of Jell-O chocolate pudding, which sells for the same low price as Jell-O. Ask your grocer about it tomorrow. If he hasn't put it in stock yet, be sure he orders it for you. Remember the name, Jell-O chocolate pudding.
Now here's Kenny Gardner to sing Winter Wonderland.
Well, I just can't wait any longer. I've got to dip my ginger snap in this hot coffee and have a bite. Why don't you pour yourself a hot something or other and join me? You know, the last time I ate in front of everybody, I smacked my lips. There were complaints. But I'm going to do it anyway. We're friends. Pour yourself a cup of coffee or iced tea if it's burning hot wherever you are. And let's go back in time. Oh, we need a little Christmas, don't we? And I would say right this very minute, Hi everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. And if you missed out on Christmas in July, which was the last day of July, I just got it in there. Here's Christmas in August. Now, today is August the 11th. And before you jump into the Old Curiosity Shop, none of it is ready yet. It's Tuesday night, August the 11th, and tomorrow the 12th, Wednesday, it's going to rain all day here where I am on the East Coast, and I'm going to be listing everything. So depending on when you see this video, things may or may not be ready yet. But by the close of business tomorrow, August the 12th, it'll all be listed in the Old Curiosity Shop. I'll tell you, I've been holding on to some of these Christmas items for several months now, and I am excited to bring everything to you, including, well, even today's cup of coffee is going to be for sale in the Old Curiosity Shop. I've had sets of these before. This is the only one that's left. It's just this one lone cup and saucer, but you can still have your Christmas cheer in style. I promise I'll finish all the coffee and wash it off really well before I ship it. The little silver spoon is not included. This is mid-century and it's by one of the Japanese companies, either Lefton or Onkago, I can't remember. All right, let's see what's for sale here. I find the little mugs all the time. I very seldom find the pictures, and there is one. Typical little bit of red paint loss, but not that bad. And surprisingly, other than the paint loss, there's no damage on this. No chips or cracks or heavy crazing. This could actually be used because the inside is nice and clean. Unmarked on the bottom, but probably a Japanese item from the mid-century era. So this goes with all the little Santa mugs. Oddly enough, I have none of the Santa mugs this time around. Usually I have about 50 mugs and no pictures, but there's the picture. Now these little things here are also made in Japan, and these remind me very much of the little putz houses. And we can see Japan on the bottom, and I'll just let you study them for a minute. Of course, we could bend some of the pieces back together here. Now, the eaves of is that an eave on the house there, or it's a little bent, and we're missing some of the mercury beads here on the side. Can be replaced, but they're charming just as they are. These little vignettes, and then here's let's see, this is a child with probably a lamb, and then a reindeer. Again, missing the mercury beads in the front, with just residue of glue, but replaceable. Probably 25 cents there. Made in Japan. Something to go with your Putz House collection. And then in the front, a Christmas mouse, flocked, and a cute little squirrel with a little bit of the flocking missing. And we can see the Japan paper label on the bottom. These are after the war. Excuse me, in fact, there are only two things here that I think are pre-war. Everything else I think is after the war. We'll say about 1950 and forward. I'll show you what I believe is pre-war in just a minute. This little guy back here is made in Japan. He's a shelf sitter. Didn't mean to pick you up by your ponytail there. And let's give him a little, that's the sound of Christmas. So you can bend him in any way you want. Cute. Alright, let's do it to hold him up the right way. And we'll see if he'll sit back down. Very good. He has not been into the eggnog. And then these cute little bobbleheads back here made of ceramic, and they're also Japan, and they say "Kiss Me" on the bottom. You see that? Really cute, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. And I don't believe there's any damage on those either. I'm going to explain how I'm going to sell all the Shiny Brights in a minute. I showed them to you in the last video and then I forgot to list them. Now I'm going to do put things together in lots, and so probably what you're going to see here is going to be a crafter's delight. I'm probably going to list all of this across here in one auction, one grouping for crafters. So just some old painted pine cones that went down in floral displays, probably. Little bits and bobs here. These mercury beads are always, you always need to replace those. Little bell with a chenille kind of a pipe cleaner on it. And this is, how many of you remember all the Christmas corsages that the ladies wore? And this one has a foil candy cane in it. And the mercury beads. Wow. I can see that now on your great-grandmother's Persian lamb coat. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And these over here, somebody is either going to love these just the way they are, or they're going to be able to restore them. The wings are this delicate, I don't know what that is, almost like pantyhose. And anyway, it's ripped and come off and got holes in it and whatnot. So I suppose a talented crafter could fix these or use them as they are. You can see her wing there has popped off. And these, I guess it's called spun cotton, the heads. You'll have to help me, all you experts in vintage Christmas, of which I am not, so I do my best. He's got a little, either a, I can't tell. Yeah, that's chenille, right? The little pipe cleaners. And then again, that has come off there. But these are really cute. And so this is probably all going to be one auction. The candle holders back here say Noel. Japan. I'm going to sell them without the candles because they may melt in this August heat as they sit in the back of the postman's van. But these have no chips or cracks, no repairs. I'm going to point out any damage I see. Again, you may get an occasional paint loss in red, but these are chipless, crackless, and repairless. There's the funny little sort of Trojan horse, Nordic-looking guy back there. I love this little thing. I don't know how well you can see him. Just very, very mid-century, I guess. There's a lot going on here. He just has sort of a, well, I guess you saw this last year and I didn't sell it. There he is on his horse. He or she, I guess he's wearing a little smock or a little elf skirt kind of a thing. It's just adorable. With the mercury beads. And back there is a musical Christmas tree base. Ceramic Christmas tree base. I'll probably wind it and let it do its thing at the end. I believe it plays O Tannenbaum, if I remember correctly. Just the Christmas tree base there. It's Holland mold, I think. And all the details, measurements, and everything will be on the auction. Now these are the little guys that I think are pretty much pre-war Japan, and that's a couple of things. You see a better grade porcelain here rather than ceramic. A better glaze. Those colors are very pre-war, pre-mid-century, and also the mark on the bottom is that Japan mark right there, which probably didn't focus very well. We don't have the paper label, and it's an ink stamp underneath the glaze, and that's typical of what was done in the 30s, and they just have that look. So I think these little snowmen here are going to be the only items that you see here pre-war, probably 1930s. Japan again, a lady there who's going to wave her magic wand and solve all of our problems. Someone playing an accordion. Whether these are girly candles or not, I am not sure. But we have 3 Santas, which may have had the paper labels on the bottom but are now gone. Little candles, the old candles. I'm not sure why their little faces have turned orange. And look at this. Never seen it. This wonderful elf with a Christmas tree hat. He's large too. What's that, 6 inches? And he's a music box and he spins. And he, I believe, he might be Silent Night. I don't remember. But we'll fire him up at the end and let you hear that. You're all familiar with these. I have just that one candle holder. I'll probably sell these as a pair because someone might like them for their mantelpiece. 2 Santas, and they really could use a little bit of cleaning up. Well, there's no actual dirt on them. Maybe I take that back. They've just been around for a while, and you could probably clean them up a little bit. But they're plastic and flocked, and they are sort of dancing on top of chimneys, Japan, and it's a pair of them. And so I really don't want to split those up because they would look really nice, I think, on a mantelpiece. What say you? And this big, tall Santa here who really needs some cosmetic work. Now, I don't know where he's been hanging out, but poor old thing. I didn't really do any cleaning, but if someone wanted to, I'm sure you could get in there and sort of pick that. Probably that's red candle wax from this thing being thrown into a box and being in the Christmas, being in the attic all summer long. But we can see he's about 12 inches tall, and you gonna stand back up for me? There you go. And probably from the late 60s. In the tradition of the homemade ceramics, here's a wonderful Santa Claus in the homemade ceramic, the way trees are made. And I've seen this with a solid lantern, which does not light up. And you may not be able to tell, there is a light bulb in this, and the lantern is lit. So let me get down there and let you see that there is a light bulb in there. You can't see the bulb, but as I said, the lantern is lit. Okay? And he's in really good shape as well. I tell a lie. I believe those are 1930s, and I know he's pre-war. The light bulb is burnt out, but they're still collectible. These mostly are made in Japan, and it's one of those heavy milk glass figural light bulbs. This one is Santa, missing a lot of paint, and really just pretty to use as a decorative piece. And I have him sort of sitting in that socket right there. I think I have shown you everything that's on the counter. I've got a lot of Christmas ornaments, and the way I think I'll package these in the auctions would be all 5 of these mini shiny bright boxes are probably going to go together. So you'll get a box of red, mixed mid-century blue colors. I'd call that pinkish. And there, and then mixed. Okay, so that's probably all going to be one. And I've not yet figured out how I'm going to do the rest of them. But here's beautiful gold and red and blue. And another box of either red or pinkish down there. And they're all complete. The boxes are not missing anything, and to my knowledge, none of these are broken. If any of them, if you get them and any of them are broken, I'll take care of that for you. There's another box of red. red, some minis, and some more red down there. Now, with the mercury balls, some have hooks in them, as you can see. You're getting them exactly the way they were packaged by the very last person who took these off of a Christmas tree. Who knows when that was? But I will sprinkle in a few extra hooks, and I've got a bunch of them here. Any of you who collect vintage Christmas, you know that the new hooks that you buy in the dollar store and so forth are not at all like the old ones. They don't look the same. They're made out of a really cheap, almost like bread twister type material, and they don't really look like antique hooks at all. So I've got some of the old hooks to make sure everybody gets enough hooks. All right, let me put the camera down for a minute. I'm going to start up the music boxes and let you hear what they sound like. And Merry Early Christmas. And hang in there, everybody. We're in August. They call that the dog days of summer. It's been hot and humid, but you know, the holiday season is coming, and I'm hopeful. And I just think that I'm optimistic, and I hope you are as well. It's easy to get depressed because we're still sequestering ourselves in many cases and isolated, and I know a lot of you in different parts of the country have not really been able to get out and about. And I just hope this little peek at Christmas of yesterday has brought you some cheer, and that really would make me happy to know that. So I had fun bringing it to you. Stay tuned for the music boxes, and again, it'll all be up for sale in the old Curiosity Shop by the end of the day tomorrow. And that's it. All right, Christmas cheer. So long for now.